captain, you got game one, you got the nerves out of the way. How you feel going into game two?
Yeah, that's right. We certainly did get the nerves out of the way, but they'll be building up again for game two, mate. Obviously, good to get the win up there at Queensland, but it's going to be a lot tougher at home here in game two.
Do you feel more comfortable yourself in the role?
Yeah, I suppose so. Just, obviously, I've never felt like that before game one before with the nerves and everything, the emotion of it all. So it's good to get that out of the way. But it's going to be the same again, probably if not more. Coming down, playing in front of home fans here and family and friends. So and it's going to be a lot tougher as well.
Because Jared Haynes said it had a really big impact on him. What about yourself personally, that first game?
Yeah, knowing that you can get through a half of football like that first half, gives you a lot of confidence. It was really high quality, and I think the second half too was a high quality as well. So I think that's what Origin's all about, and we'll be expecting no different here in game two.
How have you been able to contain everything this week? You've been in a bit of a different environment. Yep. Have you been able to maintain that sort of bubble?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Obviously staying at the Star, it's 5-star facilities. The rooms are good, and the food was great too. Obviously.
Get invited back with that sort of endorsement.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. There's been a lot of talk about, obviously it being a casino and everything like that, but I can't. I don't think anyone was talking about that at all. Obviously, there's a bit of clutter there with the people, a lot of people around, but it wasn't a distraction. We're obviously here to do a job and focused on one thing, and to be at a place like the Star, we felt very, very privileged.
But have you been able to soak up, the build-up and that with fans being so close to you? Has it been a bit nicer to have that energy around you?
Well, it's obviously good, staying close, to where we're going to play and to stay at home really. On our days off, we got to go home, and players got to go home and see their families and sleep in their own bed. So, that was good to get away and refresh like that, and to have, speaking on behalf of the boys, to have their families close, I know it means a lot for them, and it's a really good thing for them.
You got Clemmer's partner ready to write another spirited letter for him. It seemed to really, sorry, not Clemmer, Fifita's partner. She seemed to really, that letter that you all read, that really gave him the edge. What's going to fire him up on Wednesday?
I don't think he needs any more extra motivation. Obviously, he's played unreal game one, and to play week in, week out, consistent good footy for his club, it just goes to show how good of a player he is, and he'll be in for another big game on Wednesday.
Are you expecting Queensland to target those guys?
Yeah, I would say so. It would be silly for them not to, given the way they play. But if they want to just go and focus on them guys, we've got a lot of other players in our team that can do some damage as well. So, we're not really worried about what they're going to come with. There's been a lot of talk about Thurston coming back and Slater back in and their team, but we're more focused about getting ourselves right, and we know if we can do that, it'll go a long way to winning.
Boyd, a couple of days before Origin and injury in Queensland camp feels like it happens every year. Are you surprised to hear that yesterday?
No, not surprised, mate. I don't think it was nothing too major anyway, but because of the week it is, I think everything comes under a lot more scrutiny and under the microscope. But I'm not sure what the extent of the injury was, but I'm sure he'll be sweet to play.
Boyd, you say you're concentrating on yourselves, but Queensland's made significant changes. Firstly, two legends come back, Jonathan Thurston and Billy Slater. That is very big for them, and you guys must have thought about it, and you must think this is a different lineup with Jonathan Thurston in particular.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's been well documented how they've made a few changes, and also the big inclusions with Jonathan Thurston and Billy Slater. If you put them guys in any football side, they're going to be a better team. So you know, we're under no illusions how big a task it's going to be to try and win here on Wednesday night. But in saying that, we're quietly confident that we can wrap up the series.
What about in the forwards? You tore through them in the first game. A couple of careers have ended. They've brought some new guys in. Jared Wollaston, Cooper, Tim Glasby comes in. What are you expecting from their pack and how they'll play in this game differently to game one?
I think they're going to be a lot better defensively through the middle there, through the ruck. So you know, we're going to be expecting that, and obviously with the likes of JT coming back, another, you know, he's going to help Cooper Cronk out a lot there, and you know, he's been there and done it before, and he's going to spark their attack. So we're expecting them to be better on both sides of the ball, and you know, we're going to have to be good enough to match that.
With obviously different conditions down here at ANZ Stadium, pretty dewy. How important is his kicking game?
Yeah, it's going to be really big. It's something that he's been working on really hard over the last few years, and you know, I think it's shown this year, and especially in game one. You know, I think they've relaid the turf there, and we know that, you know, especially on a good night even, that you know, it can get really dewy. So with the likes of Slater at the back now, and their back three, their back five carrying out of trouble, we're going to have to keep turning them around and kick in good positions where we can defend well from.
Everyone expects Fifita to get more attention, so that can actually work for the rest of you guys, can't it?
Yeah, like I was saying before, if they want to just focus in on one player, we've got a lot of strike across the field where we can hurt them. So you know, I've got no doubt that they'll try and limit Fifita's night, but in saying that, we're like I was saying, we've got a lot of other players that can hurt them.
What if you do win on Wednesday night? Would it be nice to be able to lift the shield in front of the New South Wales fans?
Yeah, look, I don't really want to talk about that too much. It's obviously a long way and away, but you know, you can't help to think about that, and obviously it'll be pretty special if we could get the win down here and to lift the shield in front of the home fans.
Do you find it weird that the shield won't be easy? You have to wait until game 3 to lift it if you were to win the shield, win it on Wednesday night?
No, not at all, mate. An Origin Series win is an Origin Series win, no matter where or how you lift the shield, what time. You know, it'll still be pretty special.
And he did.
How's the knees going, mate? What have you been able to do this week?
Yeah, I've been into full training this week. Obviously, with having the game off against the Tigers, which I, you know, could have played if I was needed and the coaching staff wanted me to, but yeah, it's sort of given me an extra rest and allowed me to get into training as normal.
I think Trent said it could be a 4-week injury if you don't look after it properly.
Yeah, sometimes they can, you know, build on and grumble along, and if you don't look after them right, that can end up happening.
So have you dared to dream about Wednesday night getting the right result?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we want to win, and you know, it's no secret, and you know, it's pretty hard. You know, you say to try not to think about it and get away from footy and all that, but just because it's so big and Origin's so big, you can't not to help to think about that stuff. But you know, it is a long way away. We got the day off today, so I'm going to get away from footy, and then when I come back into camp, I'm going to start to, switch into footy mode a bit more and start building up for Wednesday.
How do you get away from footy mode?
Yeah. No, I'll just probably head back over east maybe and go to a couple of cafes that I like and try and not to read the paper or get on social media. But you know, it shouldn't be too bad. It worked all right for us last camp up at Kingscliff, so yeah, just enjoy the day off and then back in for captain's run tomorrow.
Have you found it different in Sydney, mate? Like all the people coming up to you and wanting to talk footy and all that?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad, to tell you the truth. You know, at the casino where our rooms were, our team room was pretty close, so and then from there it was probably straight on the bus to go to training. So we didn't really see much of the public, but it is really good because you know you are getting a lot of support which makes you feel well, and it knows that everyone's behind us. So, you know, everyone's been great. The public's been great this week in getting behind us, and we've really felt that. And hopefully we can go out there, put in a good performance on Wednesday, and do them proud.
Boyd, the impact on the bench in game 1 was so big. Do you expect it to be a bit tough for those guys with the changes that Queensland made for game 2?
You know, I don't think so. I think that, you know, the players on the bench, then I think most of them are normally starting players for their team anyway. So they are quality players, and they'll know how to handle you know, any situation that they're put in.